There you go, that is textbook perfect. Absolutely spot on. Hi everyone, welcome to Backyard Chef. I'm Rick. Today we're doing a cracker, a real cracker. We're making a fantastic bacon and cabbage Irish dish. A little bit of a twist to the top, but it's all Irish. Nice and steady, Irish cheddar, Irish butter. We got cabbage, we got bacon. Let's do it. Okay, I've peeled my potatoes and these are the peelings. My potatoes are going on behind me to make mashed potato. These are the peelings, and all I've done is dabbed them with a little bit of oil and I sprinkled a little bit of salt, and they're going in the oven. Now we're going to keep an eye on them, but what we're trying to do is crisp them all over and use them as a side. There you go. Okay, I've got a pan full of milk. Well, it's not full obviously, but I've got a pan with some milk in, and that's what we're going to use to mash the potatoes. Right, what we need to do is infuse that. So I've got some green onions, and all we're going to do is dice through them, but we don't want to go too small. We actually want chunks of onion in our mashed potato. It's a bit like champ really, but you know. So we're going to put that in our milk. We're going to put a bit of black pepper in there as well. And then we'll stir through a little bit of butter when we cook it. We got some onions. Now we're going to make a brown onion gravy as well to go with this. But to start off with, we want some onion in our casserole. We're going to call it a casserole, and we're coming chunky. We don't care. Everything's chunky on this one. Let's make it easy. In that bowl. Got some garlic. For those people who don't like it, don't use it. Now you can mince as small or as big as you like, it doesn't matter. We're just going to cook it with the onions, we want that flavour. Like I say, if you don't like it, just stick with the onion flavour. On the onions, they're ready. Okay, we got a cabbage. Of course we have, it's a cabbage dish. Through there. If you want to eat the core, you keep the core. If you want to feed it to your rabbit, give it to your rabbit. I don't want it in there. And all we're doing with the cabbage is that. We don't care what it looks like. We want chunks of cabbage. It doesn't have to be small for this recipe. Right, that's our cabbage. We want a pan. Pan on. We want a chunk of butter. We're making an Irish recipe. In there, our bacon. Start cooking that bacon off. So we're going to have the bacon fat in there. We've got the butter in there. Come on, bring it on. And this is smoky bacon too. Smoky bacon ends. And as you look, you know, they're cut into pieces like this. They're just the offcuts. Absolutely fantastic. You know, when I see these in the supermarket, I pick them up for a dish like this. There's no point me cooking good pieces of bacon all chopped up. I might as well use this. So you can cook it, crisp it up, do whatever you want. That's up to you, whatever you fancy. Or you can just cook it through, because we're going to add this to our casserole inside. Now for me, I want this cooked, but I don't want it crispy. I want it nicely cooked off. That's looking good enough for me. That's coming out of there. Leave as much fat and juice in there that you can. We want that. And then in there with our onions and garlic. Let's use that flavour, come on. This one heck of a flavour profile is this one. So all we're doing with this is cooking a little bit of rawness out of the onion and the garlic, that's all. We don't want to colour it. If we colour it, so be it. We're not really bothered. And then we're going in there with our cabbage. Get that flavour all through that cabbage, come on. Fabulous. In there, black pepper. Now you can go in with salt if you want, but I think that bacon's probably salty enough. In fact, we'll just have a little bit of salt. That'll do. So we're going to take about 7 minutes to actually cook this down in here. That's all. Don't forget it's going inside a casserole, going in the oven. So you can come back in there with your bacon, or you can save the bacon and put it in when you layer up. And now we've got bacon and cabbage. Now what, flame off, that's going off. That milk's coming on. And we're going to infuse that milk with all those onions. In there with some butter. Get that in. Flame off. Okay, mashed potatoes. In there with our onions and milk mixture. That little bit of butter. Start mashing it up. That is superb. That's what we want. A nice little bit of mash on there with that onion. Now before we get on to putting it all together, this is a pack of Ritz crackers. Straight out of the box, we want the crackers. We want all those fabulous crackers. This is a little bit of twist on here and it's well worth it. You know, these Ritz crackers are just so flavorful. Give them a smashing up. Ordinary breadcrumbs, like panko breadcrumbs. Packet of crackers in there. Give it a mix in. Okay, some good old melted butter in there. Mix in. There you go, one side. You get a suitable dish that you're going to use. Bob it on a tray. In there. Cabbage and bacon. Now try and get the bacon as best distributed as you can. Something like that. That looks fabulous. Over there with some of that mashed potato. Let's have that in there. Now you don't have to be too neat and tidy with this. You don't have to crush it down. It's a layer. That's all it is. But this is going to give us all the flavours of Ireland. You've got the mashed potato, you've got the cabbage, you've got the bacon, You got the butter in there, a bit of garlic, you got onions. It's the full Monty. Over there with some more cabbage and bacon on there. Okay, this time on there with some Irish cheddar. But you can just use cheddar if you can't get Irish. Just stir it all through. Just get some in that layer. Then we're going on there with a little bit more of that mashed potato. We want a topping. Now this is a topping on here, so just try and spread it thinly. Now it doesn't matter if it's not all on there. Don't worry about it. It's just a little bit extra. So we want some gnarly bits in there. There's a bit more mashed potato at this end than there's at this end. Now we're going on there with those Ritz crackers and our breadcrumbs. I can tell you now the flavour profile of this is really, really off the charts. The bacon which is in there and infused the cabbage. You've got the flavour of the onion in with the milk for the mashed potatoes. Okay, it's got butter in, but this thing is really, it's amazing actually. I've made it so many times. Now all I'm going to do here is just bring this in a little minute, because if the cheese melts, we'll try and keep the cheese to the inside of the pie. And we're going over there with some more of that Irish cheddar. I mean, come on. Now, I can guarantee you'll not see anything like this on YouTube before. So if you like what we're doing, don't forget to share, tell everybody about it. Okay, bit of a swap over. That goes in the oven. We're in there about 170, and we are going to cook that up until it's golden on top and bubbling. And that there is our crispy, nice crispy skins. Okay, they're not all completely crispy because there's a bit more potato on those. What are they like? They're like eating chips. They are delicious. Okay, while that's cooking away there, pan on with some boiling water in with some onions. We're going to make a very quick caramelized onion gravy. Tiny bit of salt, a little bit of sugar, put a lid on. Let that boil away in there, soften up, take the rawness out of the onion. In there with some butter. Let's start to caramelize these off, come on. Oh, there's some colour coming on here now. Fantastic. A little bit longer and we're going to be tipping our gravy in there. Make up a nice onion gravy. So there you go, you can take it further if you want, but those onions are good enough for me. That's going to flavour our gravy. In there with our gravy. Nice and steady. That's going to get that onion flavour in there. And just thicken it a little bit. Thicken it to how you like. So that is a very quick way to get an onion gravy with caramelised onions, and that's taken less time than it has to cook that, and that is about 12 minutes. Lovely, we're doing a good job. Okay, we need to get that out, have a look at it. Well, we know it's cooked, we need to get it out, we need to serve up, come on. There you go, that is textbook perfect. Absolutely spot on. Now we can't do anything with it just yet. It's absolutely boiling. We're going to give it a little minute to cool down a little bit, and then we're going to scoop some out. Look at that. Okay, we're not going to wait too long. I want to come in here and get some out. So we're going to come straight down there with our knife. Oh, nice, nice crunchy top. I'm loving it. Are we doing a corner or a middle? I'm doing a corner. Come on. Whew, that's a bit warm. In there. Oh, oh, look at that. On there with some of that brown gravy, our onion gravy. Oh, look at that. And a few of our peels. There you go. That is our Irish bacon and cabbage. Bit of garlic, bit of onion, bit of Irish cheddar, a brown gravy and some peels made. Look at that. Oh, look at this. Nice crispy top on there. In here under our breadcrumbs, we've got our bacon, we've got our cabbage. Oh, yes, please. Oh, come on. That is incredible. Oh. Oh, wow. That is superb. What a flavour. We've got some nice onion gravy. That is an all-round fantastic, fantastic dinner. That's how to get your veggies. You know, you don't have that overpowering cabbage taste. It's quite sweet. It's got that bacon and onion through there. It's delicious. That really is good. So if you like what we're doing, don't forget, share with your friends. Tell them how easy it is to make this fantastic Irish bacon and cabbage casserole. It's got onions and garlic, we've got a nice brown gravy, and we've got these crispy peels. That is fantastic, and if you do like what we're doing, don't forget, big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell. Catch you in the next video. Come on. Oh. And you got that gooey cheese in there as well, look.